Great. We have a frozen water pipe somewhere. Flooded the bathroom, but there's definitely some water everywhere. Having a great time. Hey guys, welcome back.
Hi everybody.
So, it's been a little while since we've actually filmed anything, but not to you guys. Because our travel day, they're weekly.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we've been here for
2 going on 3 weeks now.
Yeah, 3 weeks.
And it has been an adventure.
We've been plagued with problem after problem, unfortunately.
Yeah. So it started out really cute. I'll kind of throw in the clips as like how our week progressed.
Yeah.
So it started out cute. We did this cute little like video of us like cooking our dinner and how like I thought I set out.
They already saw that.
No, they didn't.
Mm-hmm.
No, they didn't.
Oh, I thought you did.
Mm-mm.
Oh.
So I thought I set out like one type of meat for dinner, but I didn't, and I set the wrong type, and it was just like this cute ha-ha moment.
Well, we're thawing out burger because we thought we had burger thawed out. Turns out it was sausage. It happens. We had to get a little creative with the air fryer. It's sitting on our table. Cassie's chopping up some potatoes, which those are all garbage, but
these are gross.
To put in the air fryer. And I've got our new grill, Coleman campfire, whatever grill activated outside. I put it together today, so we're gonna make some burgers if that ever defrosts.
And then the next day we were like trying to light the stove so I can make cornbread for our little corn muffins, and I figured out how to light the stove. It was a whole thing. Cooking dinner, and I'm making corn muffins to go with our ham and bean soup. And I was asking Chris to light the oven because I have no idea how to do it. But our actual stove itself has like the spark button on it. So that's what we were to ignite it, and that's what we were trying to do. I had to YouTube it, and turns out that's not how you do it. You actually have to put your head inside the oven and light it with a lighter. So I don't know if you guys knew that. I did not, so now we all know.
Sketchy. Turns out you actually have to get in the stove and light the pilot light. We never knew that because we had never used the stove before.
Yep. And then the third day is when it really went downhill.
I would say it went down like our toilet flushed, but
that also didn't flush.
Our toilet was not working.
Good morning, my beautiful people of YouTube. So we woke up, well, I woke up this morning around 3 o'clock and to go to the bathroom, and the toilet didn't flush, which we all know that's not a good sign. So, great. We have a frozen water pipe somewhere. I think it's just between the water pump and the actual like faucet. So I'll show you my setup I have over here in the sink to hopefully warm it up and defrost wherever it's frozen. Here's a current setup. I had to move all my baskets out of the way, but my little heater down here, I would like to have it a little bit further out, but the cord doesn't reach, and I don't have an extension cord. So it seems to be working. Don't want my dirty dishes. I do them usually in the mornings. So got a really slow drip. So fingers crossed that'll work. We're gonna skirt the bottom of the trailer in later today, so hopefully that will help prevent this from ever happening again. Pretty much just didn't have any cold water. So somewhere in the line, the cold water had frozen.
Mm-hmm. No water to the kitchen sink, bathroom, toilet. Toilet wouldn't do anything. Well, it flushes, obviously,
yeah. But we had hot water.
We had hot water.
It wasn't the end of the world.
Thankfully, we had hot water. We had something. Cassie had left the sink, the faucet open in the bathroom to try and promote, if it would drip, to try and get water running. Well, we went to go get our propane filled. Come back. So I had the cold water valve open underneath the bathroom sink. And we went to Lowe's to get the stuff to insulate the bottom of the trailer with. Well, it came defrosted
unfrozen while we were gone and like completely not flooded the bathroom, but there's definitely some water everywhere.
The sink was absolutely full in the bathroom. Well,
I flooded the bathroom.
Cassie flooded the bathroom.
I take full responsibility.
I'm putting that one on you.
It's okay.
And luckily our freshwater tank wasn't full, but it emptied it. It ran down the wall, under the shower, bathtub, shower, whatever, into the bedroom, and there's a little access panel behind the shower. I pulled that, and there was, I don't know, half-inch of standing water underneath the shower pan.
We soaked 2 bath towels.
2 full-size bath towels to dry it out.
5 different hand towels.
It was
a mess.
It was a mess.
And I take full responsibility, but at least we had cold water at that point. So I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
First problem is done. You know, yes, I did create a second problem, but it's okay because we at least have water now.
Yep.
Still had the issue where we couldn't...
The toilet wouldn't flush.
Yeah, we had no
running water to the toilet.
Which we were like, okay, whatever, we can live without that. It's not a huge deal as long as it's not like full.
Right.
Well, we got to the point where it was starting to get a little too full. You could kind of see it in like the pipe going down to the toilet.
Toilet drain.
So
on for the hunt of
how to defrost that line.
The toilet. So that led to going out to try and dump our black tank.
Nothing.
Black tank valve 100% froze, wouldn't move. Mm-hmm. And I didn't know that these valves work, that they're, I don't know what you call them, but it's a cable. Cable runs back to the valve from the handle.
Those cables freeze up.
Which we found out on our hitch. It's the same style. It's a cable, a sleeved cable that goes to the valve that actually goes inside the pipe. It's like 5 feet long. I crawled under there where near our drain pipe is, and I hated to do it. I had to do it. I cut the covering, the corrugated plastic covering. I cut it, peeled it back so I could see. Mm-hmm. And I was chasing those cables to those valves because it makes a big loop. Mm-hmm. It loops back. I'd say, like I said, it's probably 5 feet long. And I told Cassy, I said, get the hairdryer out. And I laid under there for probably 20 minutes with the hairdryer, heating the black tank valve up. Thankfully, that thawed it out enough to where we could dump our black tank.
But I also think part of our black tank was frozen. So we did throw some more insulation down there to hopefully help with that and prevent it from happening again. But that didn't work. I mean, we also ended up skirting in the bottom. We just did like a really cheap foam board insulation.
Not really cheap.
It wasn't that bad.
It took us 2 nights.
To get it done.
Probably 2 hours the first night, an hour the second night to get it done.
And it was cold.
Yeah, it was freezing.
Really cold.
Yeah.
So, but it seems to help a little bit. I mean, I don't think it's the holy grail of fixing the situation. I mean,
no.
We have that skirting on. We have a heater down there too, which helped. It's helped today too because it's always the toilet that goes out first.
Yep.
Nothing else is freezing right now except for that line to the toilet. So I definitely think that if you're gonna stay in temperatures below freezing for long periods of time, you have to skirt it in at some way, whether it's like actual like skirting or whether it's foam board, or some people have gotten away with doing like the plastic sheathing that you can just wrap around. Tarps. I don't know how well that works, but
some people have tarps here.
Yeah. I think it's really about just not letting the wind go underneath.
Yeah.
And you have to have a heater, it seems like, because otherwise it doesn't make that big of a difference.
Yeah. Your power has to support that extra space heater running, because that was problem number
3, 4, whatever. We lost count. It was like just one thing after another, and like this was the straw that almost broke my back. Because, like, I can figure out just about anything except for electric. I am not an electrician.
Nope.
I have no idea how that stuff works.
Yep.
And we had just finished getting the black tank emptied.
Empty.
We were so happy and everything was going so great. We even, I think there's a little clip in here too where it's like, yeah, like our fresh tank is full and all the other tanks are empty. Like, we're doing great. What we like to see: a full battery, full water, empty black tank, and empty gray tanks. About time. We've only been with a backed up toilet that's frozen for the last, what, 3-4 days?
Yeah.
Fine.
Thanks.
We're figuring it out.
Thanks, Winter.
Having a great time. And then as soon as I started cooking dinner, the power dimmed down.
Yeah.
Like to almost non-existent.
Our furnace died way down. It was running at, I would say, like 30%. And our power got really dim. I'm like, great. And you could hear it, like our converter, like clunking. Basically, that's what it sounded like.
Yeah.
It sounded like water hammer. If you guys know what water hammer is, that's what it sounded like
a jolt
on our
almost.
electrical system. And I'm like, this is not good. So I quick run outside, plugged everything, and what it had done is knocked out half of the. Thankfully, we have a surge protector because I think that saved our camper.
Oh, for sure.
Like, I think that saved all of our stuff, literally.
So bad.
So invest in a surge protector. Ours is a progressive.
It's like $100 or $150 on Amazon. It's not even that expensive, and it's like you can buy nicer ones, but
what brand is it?
I think it's Progressive.
Progressive Industries.
Progressive something. I'll link it below if you guys are interested.
But it knocked out. It's got 6 lights on it, and it lights up red. Or no, I'm sorry, green and blue and green and blue. It knocked half the lights out on it. It wasn't working, and then it started working again. It's like, okay, we made it through. Well, the next day I was at work, and Cassy texted me, and she goes, half the lights are out on our surge protector. And I'm thinking, great, now what is it, you know?
Well, and before we thought it was on our end. We thought it was something with our camper because we've never done this before. We don't know what to expect. We don't know what things are.
We thought it was our inverter or our converter
thingy that
whatever.
Brings in like your from that post pedestal thing into the camper and converts it to the 12 volt, which apparently is what like your lights, your furnace and stuff like that runs off of, just not your outlets.
Yeah.
And once I knew that one side wasn't getting any power based off the surge protector, that's when I knew that it was an actual issue with their power and not our power, which made it a little bit better on our end because we live here. This is our home. We don't have a backup plan in case something like bad happens. I'm like, in my head, I'm going to have to find a hotel for us to stay in with 3 dogs.
Yeah.
Who knows how long it's going to take us to get it fixed. I don't know if someone can come here or if we have to take it there.
Which we looked at. I told her, I said, so start looking into mobile repair services and hopefully somebody can come out and look at it. Well, we didn't end up having to do that, call anybody out, but it kept doing it, and then it finally had knocked the 120 plug out, and the meter just stopped running. Completely. Nothing. Didn't have any power at all. So I got with the owner of the campground, super nice guy, real understanding, real willing to help, anything he can do to help. So he brought over a 30 by 120 splitter, basically, to plug in the heat trace. I could plug my truck in, and our 50 amp we were on the fritz with it. Well, we left that was at a day. Yeah. One day we ran on that. Cassy texted me again at work. The 50 amp had knocked out again. And she said that you went out there and what? Like kicked
I just nudged it. It wasn't an aggressive, so I originally lifted up the little, flapper thing that goes over it. Yeah. And you could tell that it, started to get power to the little blinky or the one side of it. The display. So I nudged the bottom of it and I was like, well, when I kick it, the lights turn on. So it's definitely something on there.
So there was a short somewhere. So I got home from work. I flipped the breaker. I flipped the 50 amp breaker. Checked all of our connections. I'd already done that twice just to make sure it wasn't, you know.
Yeah.
I thought a leg went out on the power. Well, I flipped it back on. Started working. Great, just fine.
Yep.
So we went up because we had to go up and pay our lot rent for the month and our power. And I told the lady, and she immediately called the owner. He came back over, and I went out there with him and told him what happened, and he looked, and part of the plastic 50 amp plug there was a chunk about that right where the ground plug is on top, it had broke, and it was cracked.
Yep.
And he said somebody probably aggressively pulled their plug, and you know, the prong coming out of their plug broke it. He was like, I bet that's the problem. You know, okay. So he said, I have spare plugs. He went and grabbed a spare plug and a breaker, turned all the power off, switched it out, and plugged it back in, and it's been fine ever since.
I'm just glad it's fixed, because I about lost it. I was like, we made a mistake. Like, we're gonna have to figure out plan B. I was like, we're gonna just sell this. Like, whoever wants to buy it, I'll sell it to the highest bidder. Like, I'm done. I am done with this.
We're contemplating life choices and going to the damn dealership and just getting a new one.
But new ones have issues too, so don't let that be your
not an end all be all. Yeah.
But I do just want to shout out a couple people on Instagram, because like everyone has been so helpful.
Yeah,
if you guys don't follow us, like Rving Mentor, if you guys don't follow him on Instagram, follow him. He's so nice. Like, he offered to get on a call with me to help me figure it out. Obviously,
walk us through our surging power issue.
Yeah, like, we didn't end up having to need him for it, but like, how nice. Like, someone who doesn't even know us, like, offering to literally walk us through and help us fix this problem. Like, it's just, there's so many kind people out there. It's like,
right.
I mean, we're all in this together, so just remember that.
Yeah, it shows you that this community, everybody's willing to help each other for the most part. Gotten a little bit better.
We're at a nice calming pace now.
Yeah, hopefully
it'll stay that way. We also had a snowstorm too.
Yeah, we were
got
supposed
like
to
8
get
inches overnight. That was fun.
We were supposed to get like 15 inches, so thankfully we didn't get as much. But turns out they don't really plow the country roads around here, which is like the only way I have to get to work. And it was a little hairy coming home a couple nights at 3 o'clock in the morning, coming across a section of road that was almost drifted shut.
Big Bertha does not do good in the
snow.
She might haul the camper good, but she's not meant for drifting down these back roads.
No. It's been pretty interesting.
Those hips got some sway.
Yeah, they do. So,
okay.
Anyway, we'll let you guys go.
So, don't flood your bathrooms, and we'll catch you guys next week. With the wet bandits.
Yep. Bye.
Did it again, didn't you? You left the water running, didn't you? What's wrong with you? Why do you do that? I told you not to do it.
Harry, it's our calling card.
Calling card.
All the great ones leave their mark. We're the wet bandits.